Hello everybody. I am back for another video. This is going to be a little different type of video. I'm actually doing a haul video for crafting from the Dollar Tree. I guess it's called the $1.25 tree, or soon to be the $1.75 tree. I don't know, but anyway, it's from the Dollar Tree. I buy a lot of craft supplies there, and it's a great way to get your craft stash up and not spend a lot of money. The haul that I have today is for paper crafting. I do a lot of different crafts. Some are sublimation, some are paper, and this is actually for my paper crafting addiction, because I do all sorts of paper crafts, notebooks, journals. My favorite right now is art journaling and junk journaling, or even making the glue books or anything like that. They are great stress relievers because there is no rhyme or reason on how you create. You just kind of get in there and create, and that's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some of the things that I was able to get from the Dollar Tree. The first thing that I found that was super helpful to me is this little, I guess it's a 7x9 cutting mat. I have a platinum spellbinder. It's a manual die cut machine, and I do use these in my die cut machine as a little cushion to create, to run it through to make my die cuts. I will be doing videos using that machine, and I'll show you how I use these little green mats. If you have an opportunity to get these, grab them. I want to say the old ones that I got were bigger than this, but at any rate, this is the size that you can get now, and they're really helpful to add as like even a little shim or on top of your die cutting plates, so that you don't really mess those up as quickly. So this little mat was one thing that I got. I bought this little set of, I think it's three little notebooks. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use these in a project or if I'm going to give these to the grandbabies, because when I was visiting not too long ago, I made them a bunch of little mini journals, and they absolutely love them. When they come to visit, they normally go through my stash and grab little things like this. Okay, because I am a die-hard paper crafter, I saw this at the Dollar Tree that I was in. I haven't seen these in a long time, and so I went ahead and grabbed a pack. I love different types of papers in my art journals and in my junk journals, and even though these are just really small pieces, it's kind of cute to add texture, something different, and so I grabbed this pack. We traveled across country from Georgia to El Paso, Texas, and we stopped in Mississippi. We stopped in Mississippi at one daughter's house. We picked up her child, which was one granddaughter who was 2, and then we drove to El Paso with the 2-year-old to be with the other 5 grandkids. We too old for that stuff, y'all. That's for another video. But anyway, as we stopped and rested and everything, if we were near a Dollar Tree, I ran in and grabbed stuff. So anywho, that's kind of where I got some of my haul from. I got these beads. The beads are large enough to use for like the beaded pencils, the beaded pens, or if you do the beaded keychains or anything like that. I use them also on my pokey tools when I want to decorate those. I love using beads, and these wood beads are cute, and you'll probably only find them around Easter like this, so I went ahead and got 2 strands of those. Okay, the other thing that I purchased, and I think I have more than one, but I'll show you this one. These are just little stickers, and they're little sentiments, and they're super cute in my notebooks. They add a little dimension, and they have, I think, laugh, believe, dream, love, inspire, cherish, and hope. So those are cute to add in your notebooks or on bookmarks or different things like that. I grabbed this. I will probably sublimate on this because it is 100% polyester. I will probably sublimate a design on this and then use it in one of my notebooks. A lot of times I do like to add fabric because it adds texture, it adds dimension, and it's a little bit different. And when I'm creating my journals, this is something that I like to use fabric. So this I can make any color, any style, any design, anything like that. Now you're gonna probably hear some noise in the background. We are just getting back, so my husband is doing the lawn and he is trying to get the lawnmowers back up and running for the season. So he's working on those. What else did I get? This is a palette knife set, and I also do gel printing with a jelly plate, and I use this to mix paint or to lay down paint, and I found a set of 3 for $1.25 at one of the Dollartrees that I stopped at. These little finger protectors, I am not a huge hot glue user, but these are great when you use hot glue. They're silicone, so it doesn't really, it does help protect your fingers, but it also is kind of neat when you using glue. When I'm using a really strong glue, like a super glue or Gorilla Glue or something like that, I always put stuff on over my fingers so I don't get glue on my hands whenever possible. Let's see. The other thing that I grabbed that was pretty cool, these clamps. I am going to be doing a video on making the little sticky notes, and these clamps come in handy. You get 6 for $1.25. Absolutely love them. I've used these. I've got probably 4 or 5 packs that I've opened that are all over the place. But anyway, these are pretty neat. Let's see, what else did I grab in here? A little scraper or spreader. I went ahead and grabbed a couple. Every time I open them, I feel like I lose them. I use these to spread out glue on my in my notebooks or in my journals when I'm laying down paper. I also use the edge sometimes when I am using I can't even think of what it's called anywhere, where I'm creasing paper or something like that. I'll use these to press it down or to make an edge more sharp. I have to think of what I was getting ready to say with that machine. That board that I have. Can't go wrong with these. These little things here. If you have a cutting machine, you will certainly be familiar with these. This one, excuse me, is a little picker for if you're picking vinyl or little things off of your mat. I use Silhouette machines. I have a couple Cameo machines, and then I have the smaller Portrait. When I do stickers and vinyl cutouts, these are always handy. And the little spatula, I use that as well. Always neat to have those. You can buy these with the Cricut brand or with the Silhouette brand, or even unbranded, but the Craft Studio for $1.25, I don't think you can beat it. I also do a lot of stamping. I got this. This is a denture brush. This is really good to clean your stamps, whether you're using the little acrylic or the clear stamps or using the rubber stamps. This is just kind of stiff enough to get in those little grooves and get your ink or your paint out. These are the clear stamps that I picked up. Every time I go into Dollartree and I see new stamps, I always grab them because sometimes I'll use these stamps with ink, permanent ink, and then it's hard to get the color out. So even though it doesn't really bother them, you know, I'll still use some for ink and some just for the ink that washes out really easily. And then I have been known to use these for paint as well. Okay, anytime I see something that I really like, I'll pick up 2 packs, like the letters, because I know I'll use these for both paint and different types of ink. So for $1.25. Can't beat it. It's coming on summer. I have had this set before and they were pretty cool. And then I lose a lot of stuff when I go craft with my grandkids because if they want it, they grab them. And here's another little set of stamps. Just kind of cute. So, and these are stickers. I don't know how I'm going to use those, but I grabbed those. I think I grabbed them by mistake, but it'd be cute on my junk journal, I think. Little locks and keys. I don't know. I'll see how I can use those. Something else that I buy when I see them would be these, let's see, cutting dies. I have a platinum, like I said, a platinum spellbinder machine, the larger one. So when I want to cut little edges or different things to put on the papers, it's easier if I have more than one set so that I can cut a lot at a time instead of, this is a manual die cutting machine, guys. So let's see if you can see the designs. So if I only used, if I wanted 4 or 5 of these edges, I would have to run these through over and over and over again. So I just pick up several different, several packs of the same thing. And actually that one's not the same. These are. So I can run all of these through at the same time. And so instead of running one set of dies through 5 or 6 times, I'll just put all of them on one sheet and run them through at one time. Saves time, and they really weren't that expensive. And I grabbed these. So maybe it was a little overkill, but I love the edges. They're really neat. And then the corners, cutting dies for the corners. Those are really cute. And they work really well. All you do is place them on your paper, put your, make your little cutting sandwich, run it through your machine, and then you have your corners or your edges. I will do a video on using that machine later on. So if you're into paper crafting, be sure to subscribe and you will be notified when that video comes up. Let's see what else that I grabbed. Okay, these needles, great needles. They're kind of thick. Are they sewing? Yeah, they're sewing needles, but they also have some embroidery needles here as well. And it says self-threading needles. I'm not real sure how that works. I'll figure that out. I can barely see, but anyway. The curved needles, I really like those when I am making the keychains with the big beads, the silicone beads and stuff like that. If they have a really big eye on them, I can put the thicker thread through those. So that's something that I like to get. Adhesive dots, they're cool. What can you say? They're just adhesive dots. If you lay your project down on a dot and then lift it up, it's easier than trying to peel these little suckers off. But they work well. I mean, they're just little pieces of adhesive. Sticker stencils. I like to use stencils on my projects. I also like to use these on my gel prints. And these are self-sticking, so for me, after the first time, they don't really stick anymore because I always have something on the plate. But it's really cool to make designs with your paper. I do like paper, and I love the different designs on paper. I have a huge paper haul. I will probably do a video on some of the paper pads that I received. I went to an estate sale, and the person who originally had this stuff had tons and tons of paper, and I bought a huge stack of paper, and I don't think I spent $10. So I'm gonna do a video on that at some point. That was a lot of fun too. This is the double-sided adhesive tape. It works well for me for the projects that I do. I don't have any problems with it. I've bought it off of Amazon, but whenever I see it, I do buy this size. I think this is about 1/4 of an inch in width, but it works out pretty good. Now, this was something that I saw for the first time. This is a standard grip adhesive cutting mat. It looks like the mats that you would use with your cutting machine. Now, I have a portrait machine, which is the smaller the smaller version of the Silhouette. It cuts 8.5 by 12. I do not know if I have a mat size setting on that machine that would let me use this mat. I think if you had the Cricut Joy, you could probably use this. I don't know. I just bought it because I'll see if I can get it to work. If not, then I'll just use it as a manual cutting mat. Utility knife set of 3. In a previous video, I made some pocket notebooks, and I used my paper trimmer to trim down the notebook to even out the size. If I don't use the trimmer, then I would use something like this, to just a ruler and a little knife and just cut with a fresh blade every time. That works too. So if you don't have a paper trimmer and you do want to create those little pocket notebooks and you want to make sure that the paper is even, this works. Okay, what else did I get? This came from the beauty section. This is a silicone facial mask applicator. Also, what I use it for is to spread glue. When you're done, you can either wash it off or wait till it dries and then just peel the glue right off. What else did I get? A small cutter. I use these when I am just wanting to make a really quick cut, along with a ruler to make it, to make a straight line, or I don't know. I don't know why I got this, y'all. Alrighty, my recording stopped just at the end of that. Okay, something else that I use. I showed you guys a big long arm stapler that I have. This is a set of staples. You get 3,000 staples for $1.25. A staple is a staple is a staple. Great price for that. Couple of other things that I got, and I'm going to have to be quick about this because it looks like my video is going to be longer than I wanted it to be. These are just markers, and these are glass paint brush markers. I use them on anything. I use them on ceramic, I use them on paper, I use them on anything that I want to color. And that is those. The dots in my junk journal, I use these just to add texture and add dimension. So I do use the dots on my cards, journal cards, decorate covers, decorate interiors. I will show you, I'll probably do some videos on creating pages and layouts. I won't necessarily show you the ones that I created because that's the one thing that I do that's just personal, and I like doing the junk journaling or the paint journaling or anything like that because anything goes, and sometimes I write notes and stuff in there. It's just a lot of fun, great stress relief. So if you haven't tried that, it is a good way to decompress and unwind. Okay, I will go ahead and add a few more things that I did grab while I was on my Dollar Tree hunt across country. These are plastic mats. What do I use these for? Well, I use these for texture. Sometimes you can spray paint over these and use them like a stencil. On the gel plate, I lay them down, lift them up, and it leaves a really good, a really intricate, cute design. So I grab this one and I grab this one. Those are two pretty good. If you do collaging, this is parchment paper. I use this with the gel prints. And so I picked up a few little packs. These are already pre-cut. and you can put ink on them to use for collage paper. You can use the acrylic paint. You'll be surprised to see how many things you can do with these little pieces of parchment paper other than cooking. Okay, let's see. What else do I have here? Bead tray. I make dangles and stuff for my journals and dangles for my glue bottles. And then I also do the little pokey pins with beads. This is just a small bead tray. I grabbed a small bottle of the Aleene's tacky glue, $1.25. I know this works because I always get the big bottles whenever I can find those on sale. So what else? Okay, these are things that these are the things that a lot of people may use. These are just the little paint brushes, foam brush, paint brushes. Picked up a couple of those. I have a timer, so it keeps going off, so I'm gonna have to stop. Maybe we'll do a video on another time to finish up. This is a pool noodle knife. Also, it can be used to put texture on your acrylic paint prints that you use with your gel print. Jump rings. Those are always handy if you're doing anything with jewelry. Let's see, what else did I have? I think this is about it that I really wanted to show today. I will do another video to kind of pick up on some stuff that I left out. Oh, I do want to show this. This is what I use for texture, to add texture to the paint on my gel prints. It's a icing cone set, so you can do little squiggles and all that kind of stuff. When I do videos on that, you'll see me bring out some of this stuff. That is going to be it for today's video. If you like it, please put a thumbs up and maybe think about subscribing. I would love to have you. I have looked at the analytics on my videos, and it looks like most people look at my videos on the television, not on a device. So if you are one of those folks that watch my videos on TV, please take a minute to go ahead and I think you hit the up button and you can subscribe from there and like it. And if you have a minute to go back on one of your phones or your tablets or your computer to leave a comment or a message, I would really, really appreciate it. It helps so much with my videos to show that there is some sort of interaction with the video, my doing the videos, and with the community that's watching them. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and you don't know how important that is for us creating videos. So that is going to end my video on my Dollar Tree hauls, and I'm like I said, from Georgia to El Paso, Texas, going and coming. So these are just some things that I thought would be fun, and I thought I would take you along to look at them. And yeah, this is gonna conclude my video. And if you have any questions or comments, I sure would appreciate your leaving them. Thanks again. Bye-bye.